100 kilo category. Sasson in the white Giorgi and Nozadze in blue. What a prospect the Israelis have here in Sasson, coming immediately after the retirement of their long-standing and hugely successful under 100 kilo category fighter, Eric Zavi. Oh, nice little coach. He stabbed there from Nozadze. Just had Sasson momentarily trembling on his feet. Not trembling with fear. It wasn't an emotional tremble. It was a physical shuddering, as he almost had him going over there. Sasson, as I said earlier, what a prospect. And after Ariel Zavi, the Israelis would be delighted if he could fill those boots. He's right at the top of the weight category, by the way. He's competed at plus 100 on a couple of occasions, and not only competed, but competed well. Nice movement, reminiscent of his former teammate Ariel Zavi. That was also a favorite of Zavi's, that particular technique. Looking on from the stands is another 100 kilo fighter, Levan Zozoliani. He's watching on with interest here. Not taking part this weekend, keeping his powder dry for Paris, which is coming up next week. 2.5 minutes left to go. The Israeli, or Sasson, leads here by a Yuko. I'm going to need a little bit of attention to Nozadze, who's just bleeding a little bit from the nose. Well, one or two people have messaged me to say that I was a bit scathing about the performance of Shichinoi, the Japanese heavyweight who we saw in the previous contest. Well, that was his performance. It was, I wouldn't say it was lackluster, but he didn't blow his opponent away, did he? And his general technique around the mat that demonstrated wasn't up to his own expectations. He expects a lot more from his performances than he showed, and if he's got any aspirations, which he's already stated that he has, of fighting at the very highest level, he's going to have to step up a couple of paces here. Almost brought down there with that Ojigari Nozadze. That was a crowd score, a crowd Yuko. not quite good enough to get on the board. Just over 2 minutes left to go. They are taller and physically more. Oh, nice bit of work from Sasson. Brings his man down with Ashiwaza, but can't get him turned onto the scoring part of his body. Just in the process of saying that Sasson looks to have the more physical presence than Nozadze. If this was a boxing match, then Nozadze would be the counter puncher. Just always coming off second as far as the attacks are concerned. Got to go now. Once he puts that arm over the top, has to attack right away. Sasson nice and clever, working away on the ground, just eating up that clock. He leads by Yuko, and the Georgian crowd beginning to scream for a mate, wanting their man to stand up, where they think he's probably got a better chance. Sasson just had that one flash of Ashiwaza earlier on. Again, the Seoinage attempt there from Sasson. Just looking active as opposed to really being threatening. 20-odd seconds left to go. Beginning to breathe really heavily now, Sasson. Needs to get his head up. He can afford to take the penalty because he's already scored. I was having a chat with a colleague about how this changes the shape and nature of the contest. He does pick up a penalty, but not going to change the outcome. More and more, every time that there's a contest like this, where the crowd are really upset that the penalties haven't counted against the fighter who's got the score, every time this happens, it will remind them, if you want to win, you have to score. It's simple. The one who scores wins. So if you want to win, score. There'll be a few people in the crowd screaming about, you know, Sasson's tactics. But Sasson only employed those tactics after he scored. Then it was up to Nozadze to get the score back. Stay with us and we bring you more action from the Tbilisi Sports Palace. It's the European Open here in Georgia.